Guys, we need to talk about the newly released track list for One OK Rock's new album, DETOX. What's up, guys? My name is Andrew, but you can call me Andy, and this is J-Rock MD, the show where we talk about all things J-Rock, and today we are diving deep into the newly released track list for One OK Rock's forthcoming album, DETOX. So far, we have 4 singles released from One OK Rock's new album coming out February 21st, DETOX. This is their 11th studio album and the 20th anniversary of One OK Rock as a band, so it's a big milestone for the fans, big milestone for the band, and really a big milestone for music in Japan. I'm so excited because we have an official track list of the 11 songs that are coming out on the album. I have it right in front of me right here, and I am just super pumped. There is just so much to speculate, so much we already know. First things first, if you haven't checked out my reaction to the newest single that just dropped literally like a couple days ago, that is Puppets Can't Control You. You got to check that out. I have it up in the cards here, and then when you're done, come back to this video. As well, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss another One OK Rock news segment like this one. Alright, so bringing up the set list here, we've got 11 songs. This is something we knew already, as well as we've got a couple of singles that we already knew and we've listened to and we've loved and they've blown our minds, and now we have the names of some songs on the album that have yet to be released and will release on February 21st. Not really sure if we're going to hear any of these songs before the release. Maybe they'll drop one more, but it's very unlikely. I think the 4 songs we've heard so far is what we're getting, and I mean, it really shows how diverse sounding this album is. But let's start at the top with number 1, and it is called Nasty in all capital letters. Now, this one is really interesting because in the past, One OK Rock have released instrumentals to open their albums. Think really almost all of them up until Eye of the Storm, where they open the album with their title track. Now, is Nasty going to be a song, right, with lyrics, a full-on track, or is it going to be just an instrumental? If it's an instrumental, I really think it's going to probably be something heavier that will go right into Dystopia, number 2 on our list, which we have heard Dystopia, and we've loved Dystopia. And it says right here that this was the ending theme for the new Zero, which again we know, really great track. It was actually my favorite track of 2024. Just a really good heavy-hitting pop rock song. So it'd be really interesting to see how the number 1 Nasty kind of fades into Dystopia. Number 3, we have a song called Tropical Therapy. Now, this could go either way. This could be like a chill, mellow song, or it could be a super heavy song. What it's going to be about, there are many guesses, but one thing that felt like maybe it's going to be like almost like Pink Floyd-esque. I don't know. That when I think of it, I just think of like Pink Floyd, which if we are getting that heavy rock album, and especially after listening to Puppets Can't Control You, I wouldn't doubt really anything at this point. Number 4 on the list, we've got Delusional, which again, which was the Kingdom theme. This was the first song that we've heard from DETOX. It was the first ever single released almost, a while ago, back in June of 2023 no, 2024 was it? And again, such a good song. It really showed us that, yeah, they are going a little bit heavier, but they're going to still keep that emotion there. I feel like thematically, the title DETOX is really starting to appear as we go down the list here, in Dystopia, a song about finding light in the darkness. Tropical Therapy, again, not really sure, but the word therapy, right? a form of maybe, psychological detox. Then we've got Delusional. Again, another song about being in your head. Number 5 is Party's Over. Very interesting. I have a feeling this could be a more like kind of ballady song that sounds like it could, or again, it could be really, really heavy, almost like a reality check type song, kind of like, party's over, no more having fun, like we gotta fix things, like things have gotten bad and it's time to do something about it. We could get that. Puppets Can't Control You. This is the newest one, the TBS Japanese drama. This is the theme for that, and we reacted to it, and it is so good. It is very heavy, giving me like mix of like Bring Me the Horizon, Bad Omens, and then going back to that signature 3535 Jinsei X Boku, kind of like heavier 1OK rock. Really, really like that, and we know that we have an English version of that as well as a Japanese version. Next on the list is number 7, which is Tiny Pieces. Now, I'm going to kind of lump this with also number 8, This Can't Be Us, because, again, we might have a really emotional, moving ballad by 1OK Rock. They always add a couple to all of their albums, and we love them just as much as those heavy hitters. I mean, think like Fight the Night, think Hard to Love. We can go into songs like Head High, or even like, man, just all of them. Like, I'm just trying to think. I'm like, they're all good. They just always kind of slow down the pace from the heaviness, let us kind of introspect a little bit, and so I'm excited for those. Number 9 is Plus Matter, which was one of the recent releases here, and I believe it says here that it's an Asahi Super Dry commercial, so I guess they're using it in an Asahi Super Dry commercial. I haven't seen that quite yet, but Plus Matter, again, they released a music video, and it was kind of just like a love letter to the fans, like kind of showing Taka what's important to him in his life, besides all the noise that's going on in the world. Plus Matter is kind of like, you guys are what matter to me. I'm going to pursue that. I hope I matter to you type situation, which is a really, really moving. And it's kind of awesome that it's number 9, right? If this is a concept storytelling album, I feel like Plus Matter, it's very, very, it could be like the end of the climax. So Tiny Pieces and This Can't Be Us could be like the climax, and then we have Plus Matter as like kind of just reeling in from that. Number 10 is the most interesting on this one. It is Curiosity with the periods in between. Is it an acronym for something? But it's, what's most important is it's featuring Pale Dusk, which is kind of like a thrash metal band, J-rock band based out of Fukuoka, Japan. And if you've heard Pale Dusk, you know that their stuff is wild, and it's heavy, and it's angry. I do love me some Pale Dusk here and there. It's not my go-to right away, but having them on the track here is awesome. One thing that I did mention in my review in my last video was that Dai from Pale Dusk also helped produce Puppets Can't Control You, so he might also have a producing credit on Curiosity. The most interesting, though, is the next name, which is Chico Carlito. This is crazy because he's a rapper in Japan, a very aggressive kind of like rapper. He's done stuff with like A-Witch, which actually Taka, even, I think it was the Asahi Super Dry live they did back in May. They did a collab with A-Witch. So, and A-Witch has done stuff with Chico Carlito. But again, really interesting to have Pale Dusk, 1OK Rock, and Chico Carlito on the same track. And finally, we have The Pilot. This one could go either way. It could be a very doom and gloom, like question mark type song. It could be a hopeful song, but with the little heart with the arrow through it. I don't know if it's going to be like a heartbreaking song or it's going to be a more optimistic, positive song. It could go either way. And that, guys, is the full breakdown of the track list here. What are your thoughts on it? Are there any surprises? I mean, the biggest surprise for me is number 10, which is Curiosity, featuring Pale Dusk and Chico Carlito. I'm most excited to hear that song. I think it's going to be really out of left field from anything we've heard from 1OK Rock, but I feel like this album is going to be super epic. And if we know anything from the producers on board with this, there is just so much talent in this album through producing credits, writing credits. I could go through them all and do this deep dive, but if you even just take a look at a couple of the names, people involved in this album, it is nuts. The biggest I would have to say is Rob Cavallo, legendary rock producer. I mean, think American Idiot, The Black Parade, right? We got Green Day, MCR, Linkin Park, Meatloaf. I mean, the list just goes on. And to have him helming, producing, and honing in this sound for One OK Rock is really thrusting them into what I think is going to be a huge resurgence of the genre in general. So 2025 is looking to be an exciting year to be a J-Rock fan. Not even that, just to be a rock fan. And this album is looking super excited. Have you pre-ordered this album yet? In a couple of days, I will be releasing a video. If you are having troubles, wondering how you can get your hands on even the Japanese version of this album, I think the biggest question mark is how will the Japanese version of this album differ from the international version? Usually Japan does a lot of exclusives for their stuff, so that's exciting. But yeah, look out for that video soon. And so you don't miss it, please give me a subscribe, a like on the video, and the notification bell will let you know anytime we drop a One OK Rock video. Until we meet again, music is medicine. And guys, what a time to be alive in this One OK Rock world.